Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and this week is a new build day over for the patch 10.2 PTR. So far, we've seen a massive set of revamps arrive slowly over time over to the testing realms. Updates focused on massive swaths of class changes, huge challenge tree revamps, and many welcome quality of life additions with every new build. But as of this week, it seems that some of the more impactful changes are beginning to slow down, with most of these updates changing priority on class tuning. The step of a slowdown could mean that our classes are becoming more final, and would mean that 10.2 is right around the corner, though no official release date has been given as of the most recent update. But if 10.2 is this close, that means the time is short before you have to make your final choice regarding which class you plan on playing with the release of the Guardians of the Dream update. So in today's video, I wanted to highlight some of the most recent additions that could potentially affect your next class choice from the most recent PTR update. But right before we get into that, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you're watching these videos anyway. Especially if you want to get more regular content regarding Dragonflight 10.2 or any of the future updates going forward. First, we have a few new updates for Demon Hunters. If you're excited for the DPS spec of Havoc, then you should be aware that a few nerfs are coming their way as of this recent PTR build. Talents such as Inner Demon are now soft capped beyond 5 targets and will deal reduced damage beyond that target count. Chaotic Disposition has proven to be quite a popular but also a powerful pick so far for Mythic Dungeons, and has also seen a subsequent nerf as well. And lastly, the more popular mobility talent of Inertia has also seen a slight downgrade, as it still has been winning out over momentum focused gameplay. But I don't think these changes will be enough to kill off Havoc Demon Hunters before they can soar for the patch 10.2, but it does seem like their incredible dungeon performance has not gone unnoticed. Vengeance got a pretty big quality adjustment in the talent tree, as it can now much easily spec into Sigil of Chains, with Dark Lair taking a spot as a capstone option. And for the defensive of Fiery Brand, it now deals damage periodically every second instead of every 2 seconds. As for its damage, that stays roughly the same, but a higher tick rate makes defensive talents like Burning Alive a much stronger option in the process. When it comes to Druids, we do see a small adjustment for the range spec of Balance, which helps increase the immediate power of their 2-set bonus, but also places a small limiter for the top and of the 4-set as well. Devastation Evokers are actually getting a nice little buff over on the PTR, resulting in a baseline damage increase as well as a direct buff for single target encounters. Hard to tell if this will be enough to help them outshine the brother spec of Augmentation, but a buff is a buff nonetheless. Monks are also seeing a handful of changes this week, with a passive survivability increase for the healing Mistweavers through a generous increase to the talent of Bounce Back, which can reduce damage taken by up to 40% if you take a considerable amount of damage all in a single blow. Then we have the spec of Windwalker, which is another playstyle that's seen quite an enhancement this week, focused on helping them maintain somewhat of a competitive relevance as we head into the patch 10.2, where we see increases to attacks like Rising Sun Kick, as well as Whirling Dragon Punch, as well as Fist of Fury for both single target and AoE purposes. On top of it, we also see a smaller buff to their 4-set tier set bonus, which hasn't been able to land quite well with the monk community just yet, mostly because of Whirling Dragon Punch as a talent, as thus far it has not really met a competitive standard just yet, but this recent update should hopefully let Windwalker swing back towards a much better spot going forward. The class of Rogue gotta be the devs' favorite over on the PTR cycle, as they continue to receive buffs after buffs with every single week. Starting with the deadly Assassination Rogue, where we see better support towards your bleed-based builds using Sanguine Blade's talent, which has gained quite a bit more power, replicating 25% of the bleed's damage, but at a lower energy cost with this most recent PTR build. The 4-set bonus will now scale with target count, becoming a bit more powerful in pure single-target environments, which will likely mean the poison-focused builds will reign supreme within raiding content. Finally, the talent of Blindside got a fantastic quality of life adjustment as well. Normally, with this talent, pressing Mutilate sometimes allows you to gain access to Ambush instead, but it does require you, on live realms, to maintain both of these abilities on your combat bar at all times. but as of the PTR reset, Ambush will simply overtake where Mutilate is on your bars whenever the proc becomes available, which is a massive convenience addition when it comes to maximizing the value of your keybinds. Same thing can also be observed for the spec of Outlaw Rogue, where Sinister Strikes will transform into ambushes if you play the Hidden Opportunity ambush build. Though as of right now, this talent is bugged. For some reason, it is fetching the Assassination version of ambush, which requires daggers, instead of the Outlaw version, which allows you to use any types of weapons. So hopefully this will get fixed at some point in the future. Besides this, Sinister Strike as well as the talent of Killing Spree are also seeing a significant damage tuning changes as well. Lastly, we got Subtlety, which is gaining more power through the main finisher of Eviscerate. And those same Eviscerates also help fuel your healing and shielding, provided through a new buffed version of Exhilarating Execution. Also, they've recently broken apart a potent combo of Shadowblades, Shuriken Tornado, and Eviscerates. Shuriken Tornadoes automatically cast Shuriken Storms for you, which normally would max out your combo points when empowered by Shadowblades, resulting in a disgustingly good burst damage output. It does create some awkwardness of having to use an AoE ability for single target purposes, so they separated the functionality to keep Shuriken Tornado strong in AoE, but less relevant for you to use within pure single target encounters. Affliction Warlocks are also seeing the talent of Soul Eater Gluttony adjusted, granting a flat 30-second cooldown reduction to the Soul Rot ability when fully talented into. A small change that makes Soul Rot much more consistent, which is important since their tier set heavily revolves around the use of that specific ability. We also got a few more warrior concerns to get into, which will hopefully be resolved as of this week. The most recent tier set for Fury Warriors has led them to prioritize a Bloodthirst focused build, but to such a degree where the spec feels like a 2-button playstyle, usually trading their globals between Rampage and Bloodthirst, while barely getting any value from other main abilities such as Raging Blow. Some have enjoyed the simplified gameplay, while others found it kind of awkward to avoid parts of your class utility, and just creates a less than comprehensive gameplay experience. To solve the awkward rotational problem, the talent of Reckless Abandon will now empower only one ability at a time. But that one empowered ability, be it the Crushing Blow or a Bloodbath, will deal double the damage to help compensate. This allows you to gain a full value out of a single global, without turning the Fury rotation into a weird cadaver. Also, at some point either this week or last week, the Fury tier set just got updated, where using Odin's Fury will empower your next 6 Bloodthirsts to be guaranteed critical strikes, which allows you to more consistently help reduce the downtime of Odin's Fury, which is a fantastic new bonus. I want to thank all of you so much for watching this video and hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or hang out with the rest of the community to discuss some of the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.